Carl, Giuseppe Bovalina's obviously departed the club. Frustrating for you guys, or very happy for him?
Yeah, very happy for him. Giuseppe, came into the full-time squad in pre-season. He's worked extremely hard and has had a great first season in the A-League. And it just shows to our young playing group, if you prepared to come in and work hard, the reward is there for you.
Nesta, Joe Gauci, now Giuseppe moving overseas. Is that positive for the club in terms of you guys developing players?
Yeah, most definitely. We don't shy away from providing those opportunities for young players, and it's up to them on how much work they want to put into where they want to get to. And Giuseppe has there's no secrets. Joe Gauci, Popper, and Bova, that three of the hardest working players at the club when they were here. And there's a blueprint there for the young players if they're prepared to come in and do all the extras. There's rewards there for them.
And the partnership with PSV as well, obviously that came out a couple of weeks ago. That's a massive step for the club. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, it's a very good step for the club, to get some of the ideas that PSV have been using for a very long time. They're one of the better development clubs in Holland, so it's a great combination that we can work together and maybe provide some learnings for some of our young players as well, to get the exposure to go over and train with some of their young teams as well.
Since the last time you played, Carl, your finals chase is officially over. We've seen with teams who have had the seasons over, it goes one or two ways. You either start playing with freedom or you start mailing it in. From training, do you have any indication where it's going to go with your team? Yeah, look,
we still have a lot of pride in the playing group. They're going to go there and play to win. We've got two games. We've got Brisbane tomorrow night and then Central Coast on Wednesday. And we're going to go, we won't change the way that we play. We're going to go there on the front foot and look to play the same football, attacking football that we've played all season.
Thoughts on Brisbane as an opponent?
Yeah, look, I suppose their season's been very similar to ours. Their good moments, they've been very good, and just their inconsistency is the same as us. That's why I suppose we're both sort of fighting for that 8th spot. So there's still a little bit on the game. Both teams, I'm sure don't want to play in that playoff for the Australian Cup next year.
And is, I guess, motivation to be able to go straight into the Cup, which we know the history the club's got in that competition?
Yeah, most definitely. As I said, there's still a little bit on this game, so it's important, as we said to the players, we don't want to be coming back early in pre-season to play in a qualifier for the Australian Cup. There's a lot to play for in this game.
2-0 last time against these guys. They beat you. Did you learn a lot from that game?
It was at the beginning of the season. I don't know if I can remember how far back that was. It was that was almost the start of our sort of poor run of form. It was a long time ago. I think they've had 4 or 5 coaches since then. So there's a long way to go.
And Carl, they've got a few South Australian players, which I'm sure you're very familiar with. Does that account in your planning for this game, knowing those players, the weaknesses, the strengths?
No, not at all. We'll go, as I said, we've had a look at the way that they've played, and they play some good football. So it's going to be a fairly open game, I would say, because it's both teams that want to play and build up from the back. So it'll be an exciting game.
And you've forecasted many changes over the off-season, and we know the club likes bringing back South Australian players. Any interest there on any of those players up in Brisbane?
Look, we're still working through, what our squad's going to look like. We're just going to finish the season and have a good deep brief on where the season went right and where it went wrong, and what we need to do to improve to make sure we make finals next season.
And I don't know how you feel, but it feels like this year more than other years the chopping and changing of scheduling has affected your team. Has you felt that? Has it been frustrating?
No, not at all. the games that we've had to change, it's because of the success of the clubs playing in Asia, and that's what we want as a league. We want to be having success. It was fantastic to see Central Coast qualify for the final last night. So that's what we want. We want this league to be up there, with the best leagues in Asia.
And this squad has mainly been constructed by you and Nathan when you've been juggling the role of, I guess, squad construction together. Now with forecasting a lot of changes, it's going to be quite different with a director of football. How involved are you in these decisions now?
Yeah, look, as you said previously, we're very involved. This time still involved, but Marius will do most of that, and we come together on when it comes down to the final selections.
Are you guys coming back to Adelaide in between the Brisbane and the Central Coast game?
Yeah, we'll be back on Saturday. Prepare for the Central Coast game. We've got a few days turnaround, so look, it's 2 good games to finish the season off, and hopefully we can finish on a positive note.